Okay, so we made it to the end of June Weddings. So let's talk about Make Me a Match. This was delightful. Perfect? No. This was really fun, especially in comparison to the last three that we got. Eva Bourne, I loved her, loved seeing her as a lead. She's been on When Calls the Heart, and she was the daughter in the Garage Sale Mysteries. So I thought it was really fun to see her as a lead in a movie. And then Rushi Kota, I believe that's his name, I should have looked it up. He was on Never Have I Ever as Kamala's arranged fiance guy. He was real fun in this. Happy to see him on Hallmark. Him and his perfect hair. I thought they were super cute together. Chemistry was great from the first scene. Their banter was wonderful. Like I just had a smile, a literal smile on my face when I was watching. So this was cute. Loved seeing parts of Indian culture with the matchmaking and the engagement party and the wedding stuff. Movies like this one and the Jewish one just make me wish I came from a culture that had more kind of ingrained deep traditions and practices. I don't know, there's just something beautiful about it, like a connection. I don't know, but this was really fun. I loved the meet cute. I think that was a new one for Hallmark. Getting hit in the head with a coin meant for a wishing fountain. That was funny, made me laugh. Something that did not make me laugh, however, it like skeeved me out, was Data Mate. That is a terrible name for this app. Like the word mate just does not belong in society anymore. The only place the word mate is appropriate is if you are discussing the fated mates trope of a fantasy novel. Like that's it. It's the only time the word mate is appropriate. Which is silly because I always think it's dumb when people like can't stand the word moist. I'm like, guys, it's just a word, get over it. Until this Data Mate thing happened, and now I'm like, okay, yeah. Nope, don't like it at all. So we have this dating app that uses the data to find you the perfect match, and Eva's character, Vivi, who works there, is in charge of figuring out the data that they need to gather, and she is a success story, so she's in their marketing for it until we find out that her boyfriend is cheating on her, and her boyfriend was played by Patch May, who will get redemption next month when he does his movie with another When Calls the Heart star, Andrea Brooks. So that looks cute. Anyways, back to Make Me a Match. We find out he's cheating, and so she calls it off, and then she wants to know why the data was wrong, like how they're, how did they get it so wrong, and have they gotten it wrong for other people? And she finds out that they have gotten it wrong for other people, and she is like shocked at the numbers and that their success rate is actually so low and that so many people are repeat users. And so she decides, they come across Reina, who is an Indian matchmaker, and her success rate is like 95% or something. So she's like, oh my goodness, let's find out what she's doing and incorporate that and work with her, and approaches her boss with it, and he's kind of on board. He says she can run with it. And my thought is he is not going to be on board, because if you are more successful, you're going to have less repeat customers, which means less profit. kind of like the diet industry, but I will not get on my soapbox about that. Which does end up happening later on in the movie, because he's like, no, let's stop this partnership because we actually don't want to be successful, because we want people to keep paying us. So, let's see. So Vivi decides to go through Raina's matchmaking process. Well, she doesn't decide. She's talked into it, to see what it's really like and gather data from the way Raina does things. And she ends up that the guy she hit in the head with the coin is Raina's son, and he works for the company. So they end up spending a lot of time together. And they are just adorable together. I loved every scene with them. Which, I mean, to do the matchmaking, she had to sort of date some other people. So I feel like we didn't get as much time with them, those two on screen, as we could have, which is sad. And the whole dating montage of the other guys, I think they were going for funny. None of it really landed for me. I did love that we got to see Darian Martin, though. He was one of the guys, and one of the guys that she got the farthest along in the process with. And it was fun to see him, but then of course, you know, it doesn't work out, and she's like, what was me? It's hopeless. But of course it's not. And her and Boom realize their feelings for each other and end up together, obviously. No surprise there. The only thing I thought was gonna happen, and I kind of wish it had, because I feel like it would have been cute, was that I thought somehow Raina was gonna like do something to be like, see, I knew you guys were the perfect pairing, and I did this and this and this to help you see it. And then it would have been fun to see like a flashback of them, like in the mysteries, when you know, they're thinking back on all the things that have happened and they put it together. I thought it would have been fun to see Raina say something, and then they realize like, oh, she did this to us and made us talk about this and this. And anyways, I thought that was going to be a thing, and it wasn't, which is fine. The other part of the story that I really liked was exploring Boom's grief about his dad passing away, and how he was dealing with that or not dealing with that. And just that storyline with him and his mom was really sweet and totally had me crying. I did enjoy kind of the not so perfect family dynamic that Vivi grew up in. Again, it's a 90-minute Hallmark movie. They don't have time to get real messy in a satisfying way. So just briefly touching on it, how, you know, she grew up trying to be the peacemaker between her parents, and how that it's kind of affected who she is today, and how she deals with things and responds to things and copes. I don't think you should ever surprise your parents with marriage counseling. Probably not a good idea, but I did like how their story played out as well, with them deciding to get divorced. You know, just sort of realizing the people they've become, and they kind of weren't putting in the work along the way to stay connected, and I guess decided that they don't want to put that work in now to kind of reconnect, and that they'll just be happier, like they care about each other, but they'll be happier people, you know, separated. So I would have loved kind of more about that, but there's just not enough time to explore that. But yeah, I thought it was an interesting story choice for a Hallmark movie. But they've been doing some surprising things like that lately, and I'm here for it. So, but yeah, overall, I mean, there, as much as some things didn't work for me, like the dating montage with the other guys and whatnot, overall, this was just really cute and really fun and really beautiful to look at. And Acting and writing I thought was above par. So I landed at 4 stars. It's definitely one that I would watch again if I saw that it was coming on. I'm not obsessed with it. Like, I'm not gonna probably purposefully seek it out multiple times a year to watch. But it's super cute. I would definitely recommend it. And I would love to see these two together again. And I'd also be happy to see them as leads with other people too. So let me know what you thought. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think the meet cute was cute? Are you also upset about the word mate? Let me know what you thought. And then come back next month because it is Christmas in July and I am very excited about one of the movies. Not so much the other one, but definitely very excited, like beyond excited for one of them. So be sure and come back for that. So I landed at 4 stars because I would definitely watch again if I see. So I landed at 4 stars